Right, we are 7 days away from Christmas, 1 week before the big day. I'm going to give you a sneak peek at a build that we're about to unveil, new color combination, and we've got a couple in stock ready to ship. So if you want something now, you don't want to wait, text us or call us at the phone number and reach out to our team and we'll walk you through how to grab one of these, or we have a couple unlisted as well. This right here is Bad Santa, and it is sold. Pending sale. We really love this truck, and very, very lucky customer jumped on it and skipping the wait, and what a beautiful one-of-one truck. A couple others here for sale. I'll go over them quickly and then show you the new one that we have in the works. This right here, hot ginger metallic, available right now, in stock, ready to ship, every option. And right next to it is our Arcadian Blue one-of-one. This is also in stock for sale. A very, very nice truck with a white rock interior and has every single option. One-of-one edition, including a navy blue top. Look at how gorgeous that thing is. So that's in stock, ready to ship. Has a cool retro wheels, 17-inch forged aluminum. And then right next to it is this light jade, in stock now, ready to ship. This one is the one we call the Mark Wahlberg Special. Has a snow white interior, chrome trim, same spec that our friend Mark has. And this one is in stock, ready to go. So if you want something now, you don't want to wait, you have the option of light jade, snow white interior, Arcadian blue, white rock interior, hot ginger metallic with a ball glove interior. Each one of these in stock now, ready to ship. We will sell all of them. They'll all be gone. You have 7 days until Christmas. You procrastinated and you didn't get anything, but it's not too late. So text or call us and we'd be happy to walk you through your options. And then of course, this one right here, one of our favorites of all time, one-of-one edition, sold. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our assembly line here. Last update we gave was on Monday, and I'm going to show you this incredible one-of-one edition that is on the line right now. And this is a color combination we've never done and we'll never do it again. This is balloon white. And if you're a car person, then you know what balloon white is. It's a Lamborghini paint color. Check that out. Called balloon white. Very popular on the Gallardo, I think the Aventador, maybe some of the SVJs had it too. So it looks fantastic on this truck. And of course it's all covered up, but take a look at the interior. This is a navy blue distressed nautical theme. I'm a big boat guy, big yacht guy. And of course you got your teak wood back here. Take a look at this color combination. So you've got this metallic custom Lamborghini paint. You've got this distressed navy blue leather, and then take a look at the plaid. This is a really, really cool build where we incorporated the plaid right here. So check it out. You've got pleated stitching. I'll go ahead and show you underneath here. Take a look at this color combination. This is Schumacher, by the way. If you're really into super high-end home decorating, this is a Schumacher plaid, super expensive Montana wool, and we paired it with pleated navy blue. Look at that, the distress on this. This is going to be a stunning build. Has a balloon white dash. Take a look at the metallic on that. And this right here is matching navy blue Alcantara that is wrapped all around your roll bar. You've got a balloon white matching roll bar, and just beautiful. One-of-one edition, which means we'll never build another one just like this again. So if you want something special, you want something that nobody else has, super exclusive, you got this nautical theme going on, navy blue leather, Montana wool plaid by Schumacher. This is a ridiculous truck. Every single option, and it is about 4 days from being done, and we haven't listed it anywhere. This is for insiders only. If you're looking at this going, wow, this is the one I've been waiting for, then jump on it. Text us or call us. It will not last. Oh, by the way, matching navy blue stripes. Game over. This right here, I want to keep it. Check it out. So, not done yet, but the fact that it's in station 3 means that we're about 4 days from wrapping it up, and it will be done. Beautiful show quality paint job. And keep in mind, this is not a restoration. We don't build restorations. We used to build restorations. They looked really nice. They didn't drive like a modern vehicle, and they had no safety features. It was the best you could buy at the time. At the time, the best you could get is a Restomod modern modified restoration, until we unveiled, engineered, designed, and built the world's first fully modernized classic. And what I mean by that, when we say first, is there's no company that has done this at this scale and level of quality. We took a modern car chassis, a 2025 chassis, giving you 2025 technology, 2025 design underneath, 2025 geometry and engineering. And the number one thing, the biggest reason why you want that, other than the fact that it drives like a normal car, not a 60-year-old truck, which can be very hard, harsh, bumpy, and loose on the road due to the geometry and the wheelbase, is that this has safety features. So you don't have to worry about a old classic car where you don't have safety features. It's going to drive like a 2025 because it is a 2025. Here's Pebble Beach, sold. And then the biggest thing you get from that is a benefit of all of the 50, 60 years of advancement in technology, engineering, and design from back compared to that, which is a 1969 Bronco. So that's an old 1969 restored Bronco. That's one of my early ones. We built restoration and quickly decided they look nice, but they do not drive well. They have zero safety features. They really break down a lot, leak a lot, and very undesirable if you're used to a $250,000 car. And so we evolved to this restoration, Resto Mod, modern restoration, which was better than that old restoration, but it still had a short wheelbase, it still had a narrow track width, it still had solid axles, which is great for all you hardcore off-roaders. Hello, crickets? Okay, so you're not a hardcore off-roader, got it. You actually just wanted to drive like your Range Rover, G-Wagon, Urus, Bentley, Cullinan, right? And so you don't want to have to give up anything, especially when you're dropping $250K, $1,000. And so it went from good, restoration, better than an actual 1960s truck, to better, which is a Resto Mod, but lacked the modern day driving characteristics due to geometry and zero safety features. And then we evolved to a fully modernized classic. That is what all of these are. You could drive it every single day on the freeway with your family, in the rain, on a road trip, and you're not gonna have to think twice about it. You're not gonna have any reliability issues. It's not gonna leak or break down or smell like gas. It's not gonna give you problems. You don't need a mechanic, when you own one of these. And then the way it drives will be every bit on par of your Range Rover or G-Wagon, and the luxury and the details inside will not only be on par, it will be better than, because we went to great lengths to make the truck as luxurious as possible. Very little to no plastic. Even these handles right here are billet aluminum, leather, Alcantara, and every single detail we obsessed over 900 hours of labor. And so if you're looking for something special and unique and rare and different, but you love classic car design and you're not a mechanic and you want nothing to do with old car breakdowns and issues and problems and needing a mechanic on speed dial, then we built this for you. We built this for the person who wanted it all. They wanted no compromises. They wanted the classic design, but they didn't want the classic car problems, and you're a little bougie. Let's just admit it, right? For 250 grand, you better get something that looks like this right here, which is incredible leather work, deviated stitching. Every line and thread is completely accounted for. All these parts right here, billet aluminum, and the amount of work that went into building this handcrafted truck, 900 hours of labor by our incredibly talented team of artists and engineers right here in Atlanta, Georgia. People that we have shipped the vehicles to, they love it so much they sleep in it, which is why there's pillows. And we have shipped and delivered over 250 of these vehicles. And I tell you that to give you an idea of what it takes to dial in a process. You need to build a level of volume that allows you to nail the process. And today, not only are the vehicles on time, the perfection and the quality and the lines, the gaps, every single detail is very, very well thought through. And even though we built and shipped over 250, I believe the number is over 260 and counting, that's still 1/10 the number of GT3 Porsche RSs, Porsche GT3 RSs that are made each year. So if they make about 2,500 of those and we made 250, it's nothing. You'll almost never see another one. So if you have a G-Wagon or Range Rover, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody's got them. Doesn't matter, what part of the world you're in, but especially if you're in like a big city, they're everywhere. But you pull up in one of these and it's just so different and so unique, and you have the peace of mind and the confidence, though, of knowing that you don't have to have the old car problems to get this look. We've really, truly thought of everything. And so back over here on the assembly line, I'm going to show you what else we have in progress. But that is really the whole concept here, is that we're giving people what they always wanted. And it's really, really incredible to watch the reactions. So I'm going to pull my phone out here and look at the notes here. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say congratulations on a couple of recent deliveries. Today we had Keith come and pick up his Wimbledon white truck. He's bringing it to Virginia. It's for him and Connie. Met him in person. Congratulations. And you're going to really enjoy that. In fact, Keith, he loved it so much, he bought 2 of them. So congrats, Keith. And we're custom building him his midnight blue truck. And in the meantime, he's got his Wimbledon white one to play around with. So congratulations on your success and all your achievements and on that beautiful truck. I hope you guys make it home safe back to Virginia. I want to give a shout out to Wes from Texas. Wes, if you check our Instagram stories, is the Sherwood green truck that we loaded up and is heading out to Texas. It's the Sherwood green with ball glove leather interior. Wes, cannot wait to get it there. My guess is it's probably 2 days, barring any traffic or bad weather, from Atlanta to Texas. So counting down the days, you'll be like a kid on Christmas Day waiting for that thing to pop up. When you get it, reach out to us. We'd love to get a video. And what a stunning color combination. You will absolutely love it. And want to give a shout out to Joelle. Congratulations, Joelle. If you've been following along, she had the 20th anniversary, wedding anniversary, and she got the dark moss truck, and that thing is just absolute fire. We posted it today. If you go on Instagram, you'll see it was dark moss. This is it looks like this. This is actually dark jade. Joelle, congratulations on 20 years. And wow, what a better way to say I love you than to gift your wife a modern classic custom built truck in her exact color spec. And happy wife, happy life. So Joelle, enjoy it. I believe that's going out to New York, and you're really, really going to love it. And people are just absolutely loving those pictures from today. So go check them out if you haven't seen them yet. So we have others that are delivering. Every single day we ship one to one lucky person somewhere in the world. And I just want to give a shout out to our team who works tirelessly, where a lot of people during production, during the holidays, they slow down, they shut down. We're not doing that, and we can't do that. We make commitments to our customers, and they're wanting them on certain dates. And one of the things we pride ourselves on, not just quality and perfection cosmetically and mechanically, but on-time delivery. And so you have a special occasion, birthday, anniversary, retirement, IPO, M&A deal, graduation, 16th birthday, bar mitzvah. We are very used to working on strict deadlines that are time sensitive. That means something to our customers. Text or call us. We do surprises all the time. In this building, last week we had 3 surprises, and I'm going to be careful not to blow them. And I'm going to show you which ones they are and give you a little hint, but that's about it. So, okay, shout outs to the deliveries, and thank you guys for trusting us, because we take it very, very seriously. It's a big obligation. The customer is going to give you and do a transaction of $250,000, $300,000. You owe them great communication, great finished quality product on time, and then post-sale service. And so we stand behind the product. Good news is, built on a 2025 chassis, we don't have to worry about the restoration and rest-of-mod problems that people have. It's a 2025. But even if something did come up, we stand behind it. We have our own team of traveling certified technicians. They work for us full time. They know the truck inside and out. And our philosophy is you reach out to us, we're gonna get back to you very quickly. And if we cannot handle it remotely, immediately, we send our traveling technicians to your home. It doesn't matter where you live. We don't care about what the cost is at all. And we show up in your driveway. You're not gonna have to be inconvenienced. You don't have to bring it anywhere. You don't have to wait 2-3 weeks to get in like you would at Ferrari of Atlanta. I can call Ferrari of Atlanta right now. I'm probably waiting at least 2-3 weeks, especially during the holidays. And it doesn't matter if it's weekend or nights or holidays, we are going to come to you and we're gonna take care of it quickly. That's just our philosophy on service. So text or call us if you wanna plan a surprise. And I wanna tell you that if you didn't jump on a custom build and you're not going to get it in time for Christmas, obviously that's a week away, it's not too late to do a surprise. Get a deposit on the schedule ASAP. Text our team, call our team, we're always on, it doesn't matter what time it is, and get a build on the schedule. You don't even have to spec it all out. Just get a build on the schedule. Ideally you'll get it before summer or spring of 2026, and then on Christmas Day with your family, you can unveil the surprise and you can pick all the colors and options with them. So it takes the pressure off you, A. B, you can get them invested and included in the project. So it's not just another car you buy. I'm sure you bought a lot of cars and usually you just buy it and it shows up. Here's something you can do with your family. You can pick out the color of the grill. You can pick out the color of the trim. You can pick out the wheels, stripes, no stripes. 4 different stripes available, different top colors. You can pick from 12 different interior colors, 30 paint colors, including paint to sample. And you just have a really, really fun project that you and your whole family can work on together. And then that'll be something you do Christmas Day. They're not expecting it. I love surprises because everything else is kind of mundane, right? Everybody's expecting everything else, but you say, hey, family, we're getting a modern classic from vintage, and they're gonna freak out because they absolutely will care. They probably definitely already know what it is. And then the fact that they get to pick all the colors, how fun is that? Okay, then you wait in the queue, we're gonna build it, it's going to be on time, and then you have something that when it arrives, you guys picked it together. And that's something, it's a memory making machine. And so I think when we do surprises and gifts for significant others and big milestones, the reason why is because it's something that signals winning and success in life. You have something no one else has, you did things no one else could do, and so you achieved a certain level of success, and now you're going to celebrate, except it's not a yellow Lamborghini. It's not a flashy, look at me everybody type of car. It's understated, it's quiet luxury, it's a piece of art, and it's a if you know, you know. And when you pull up in one of these and people look at it and they go, oh shoot, you got it from vintage? Those guys are good. Very, very prestigious, well known, and you have the confidence that it's not an old car, it's not gonna break down, and that 900 hours, look at this thing, it is absolutely ridiculous. Show quality paint job. You're gonna go to your country club, work, office, lunch, shopping, wherever it is you go, and no one's gonna have this. And everyone's gonna go, damn man, you have great, great taste. Everywhere you go, valet, park it up front, and they're gonna smile at you. And while that Lamborghini SVJ Aventador parked behind you, people will look at it, but people are gonna look at this and just smile. There's something very, very classy, very unique, and very rare about this. Look at this paint job. This is dark jade metallic. We call it LeBron Jade because this is a color that LeBron James picked, and he calls it his LeBronco. We didn't come up with that, but pretty cool. All right, so this is dark jade metallic, and let me make sure it's not a surprise gift because it's been a few days. This right here, it is a surprise gift. It is a gift for a father. So if you're a father, you have kids, your kids picked this out for you. Holy crap. Your kids picked this out for you. You have definitely done something right in your life when your kids love you so much that they plan a surprise, they pick out and spec a car for you, and you don't even know about it. Man, talk about a Merry Christmas. This is a gorgeous truck with dark jade metallic It has chrome trim. Look at the leather on this. This right here is tobacco leaf leather interior. I'm going to carefully open this here, and all I will tell you is that it is a surprise gift to a father somewhere in the Northeast. That narrows it down a lot. But look at the inside of this thing. I mean, I smile when I look at them. I've seen hundreds of these. We build these, right? We look at them every day, but it's just so gorgeous. And here's your vintage window crank and the leather. This tobacco leaf leather interior is a very, very dark and distressed color. This is Alcantara right here, like a suede-like material. And take a look at that. I'm gonna open up the top to let a little bit more light in. Look at this, here we go. And there's your soft top. Easy open, easy close. And get this, it's going to the Northeast. Right now in the Northeast, it's cold. And you know what, how most people treat the traditional restoration or Restomod? Well, I guess I'll get it and put it in the garage because I'm not gonna drive it, because you can't drive it. You could drive this car 365 days a year, in the rain, in the snow, in the cold, in the heat, in the summertime, off-road, on-road, freeway, it doesn't matter. It's not an old car that you have to like limit yourself on how often you can drive it, where you can drive it, who you can drive with, how fast you can go, what conditions. That's old car stuff. That's restoration, Restomod type stuff. With this, you got 4-wheel drive, shift on the fly, and different modes here for snow, ice, rain, slippery. And I personally drove one of these, the Wimbledon white one, in Aspen, Colorado at 11,000 feet in the snow in 15, 20 degree weather. No problem. Could do it every day if I want to. And the soft top, waterproof, rainproof. You could easily drive it. And here's the thing. I think when you actually can afford the car one day, if you're not there yet, don't say you can't do it, just say you can't do it yet, and then go work on it. One day, when you do unlock the ability to buy one of these, drive it. Don't save it. You don't need to put low, keep it low miles. You don't need to, you're not going to hurt it. This truck is 100% brand new American-made steel, stamped by us in Detroit. All the materials, the highest level of quality you can get, billet aluminum and then chromed in Detroit. And all the components we use are super high quality. This is forged aluminum wheels, 17-inch. We manufacture these, partner with best-in-class companies like Fox on the suspension. 33-inch BF Goodrich tires is 285/70/17. And you have 4-wheel drive, you have traction control, you have anti-lock brakes, and if it's snowing, put it in snow mode, let it rip. And you're not gonna hurt it, right? I always find that if you save, the car because you're afraid that you're gonna put miles on it and drive it, I think you're kind of wasting it. And this is not such a delicate car where you can't. And so I encourage you to drive it. And I also don't worry about it as much because I know it's not going to break. But if you're going to drop this kind of money, go enjoy it. You deserve it. So to the dad who's getting this, man, congratulations. And cannot wait. I hope you send us a video and we can't wait to read your review. We're extremely confident that you are going to love this thing. And this has a raven black grille too. So great job to the kids who did the design because they nailed it. This is just sick, honestly. Between the raven black grille, the chrome trim, the dark jade, metallic LeBron jade, and then the tobacco leaf leather interior. Holy crap. I wish my kids would surprise me. I hope they're watching this. Surprise me. You pick something out. Like, don't tell me about it. I just want to walk in one day and have someone give me a car. Pretty cool. All right. So this is going to be done. I believe we just did final inspection. Yes. Shout out to our team. It takes 900 hours and 140 people collectively to build this vehicle. And through the entire process, we have standard operating procedures, layered audits, quality inspections, hundreds and thousands of them. And when it goes all the way down to this station, after final detail, our leads from engineering, quality, operations, and production all come together for final sign-off and management buy-off. And in that process, we scrutinize everything all over again, mechanically, cosmetically, inside, out, underneath, everything. And today, we scored only 3 hits in the entire thing. That's a record. And guys, I can tell you, even the big OEM manufacturers, there's far more things than that. And this is a hand-built vehicle. This is not like on an automated, you know, assembly line with robotics. So shout out to the team, and what an achievement. These guys have worked so hard and they're sprinting past the finish line. It tells you a lot about a company when you look at the people and how hard they're willing to work all the way down to the very last day of the year to ensure that we meet the commitments we made to our customers. So shout out to those guys, and shout out to the family that had the idea to surprise their dad with this beautiful, beautiful truck. You are absolutely going to enjoy it, and cannot get it over the color. Looks like kryptonite. Take a look at that. It still doesn't know justice, but the metallic level here is out of this world. I recently did an interview with some of my guys yesterday. I can't tell you where it is, but we're gonna unveil it in January. And they're big car guys. There's probably like 100 cars in that building. And one of my friends, Grant, he used to work at Lamborghini of Atlanta. That's how I met him. And he was able to inspect our truck before I got there. I shipped it over there. And when I walked in, he goes, dude, whoever is doing your paint and body work, it is elite. And this is coming from a guy that worked at a Lamborghini dealership, Lamborghini of Atlanta, Motor Cars of Georgia. I think it might be called Motor Cars of Atlanta now. Anyway, and Grant knows because he used to sell Huracans and Aventadors and Uruses and other cars too. They're a McLaren dealer, Aston Martin, I think Rolls Royce, I'm not sure. But anyway, they've had tons of exotic cars there. And he said to me, you'd be shocked, Joe, and I wasn't shocked because I already knew. He said, you'd be shocked at how a $700,000 Lamborghini, fresh out of the factory, shipped into our showroom, would have so many flaws that we had to go do paint correction and the lines and the gaps weren't good. And I was like, I know, because I know. And what was really cool about that was that he doesn't watch the lives, I don't think, and he hasn't heard me, you know, talk about all of the stuff that goes into it. We just know each other, but he knew, and he went through that truck and he was like, damn, dude, whoever, and it's not whoever, it's a whole team of people, of artists, of craftsmen. And shout out to those guys, because it's a lost art, an underappreciated art. We knew how valuable those guys were. We treated them very, very well, paid them very, very well, and we give them all the credit because they deserve it. Look at that. It's stupid how good that is. And coming from a Lamborghini guy, he probably worked at Lamborghini in Atlanta for at least 5 years, maybe even longer, maybe 10 years. He knew right away when he looked at it. And that's the kind of craftsmanship and attention to detail and meticulousness that we aim for. We aim for better than OEM standards so that when our customers get the car, they're always blown away no matter what they have in the garage. So for this guy who's gonna get this, my guess is if his kids bought him this car, probably he's got a lot of money, right? And you can have a Cullinan, Bentayga, Urus next to it. I assure you that not only will the paint quality be better, the lines and gaps I know for sure will be better. Pretty incredible, guys. So it's not just a good looking car. Craftsmanship, detail, service, and the exclusivity and how rare it is to see one of these. You are 10 times more likely to see a Porsche GT3 RS with global production numbers of 2,500 a year. We just shipped unit number 260. Gives you an idea. 10 times more likely to see a Porsche GT3 RS. Pretty cool. Okay, this truck right here is powder white. It is unlisted. It is for sale. And we built this for our partners out in Houston, Texas, Post Oak Motor Cars. You've heard that name. They are a Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Lotus, Bugatti dealer. And this is their inventory build with every single option in powder white. It has a worn glove interior, chrome trim, vintage stripes, every option including power steps, matching dash, beautiful leather work, premium upgraded stereo. It's got the rubber floor mats, and of course you have your Fox coilover suspension, highly recommend. And this one right here, lifted with 35-inch tires. This is we call it Bigfoot. So if you want something beefier, more aggressive, a bigger stance, 35-inch tires instead of 33, lifted. I want to say this is a 1.5-inch lift, but not too high to where the center of gravity is too high and it messes with your steering and center of gravity and driving characteristics. And it has every option in stock, ready to ship. If you're interested, reach out to Post Oak Motor Cars, or you can text us and we can assist with you. Right now, this is here in our factory in Atlanta, Georgia, but it'll be shipping out to Houston, Texas, probably in the next couple days. And you can grab this and get it before Christmas. Put a giant big red bow on it, surprise your family, you'll be a hero, they'll love you, and you'll just have something so cool. And you'll be the first one in the neighborhood to get it, and your friends and your neighbors will be like, damn, you'll pull up and be like, hey, cool Range Rover, man. Teak floor, premium Focal audio sound system, 10-inch JL subwoofer, tan soft top, every option, every single option. And again, not a restoration, not a resto-mod. Knowing what I know about them and having driven them and built them, at the time it was the best you can get. If you want something you can actually drive every day and not to worry about anything, you want a fully modernized classic built on a 2025 chassis. Right here, a 2025 drivetrain, Ford 2.3 under our bumper-to-bumper warranty with a Roush performance package. We partner with Roush in Detroit, amazing group of people to work with, and this gives it about 330 horsepower, about 400 pound-feet of torque. It sounds really good, but it's not overbearing at all. It doesn't smell bad, it passes emissions. Oh, almost forgot to tell you, we also crash tested it too. Physically crash tested the truck. So it's FMVSS compliant, Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard compliant. No restoration or no resto-mod or a classic car could meet today's Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards. You can't, it's impossible. An aftermarket vehicle can't meet it and a classic car can't meet it. You can do whatever you want to it and modify all you want. You cannot meet the 2025 FMVSS compliance. The only way you can do that is to have airbags and crash test the vehicle. And so we did, front, side, and rear. And after all of this work that we did, 900 hours of labor to transform that modern car chassis right there into a modern classic with brand new sheet metal, we went to the great lengths of ensuring that if you ever got in an accident, that not only do you have safety features, that they work, which means we tested the airbags and physically crash tested the car. There's no restoration or resto-mod company that will do that. And if they want to and are willing to, they should reach out to us because we would love to see that. And I think more companies should, but they won't be able to because they won't pass. That's why we went and crash tested the car. So if you're doing shopping, you got family, you have this kind of money, you're gonna wanna make sure you stay protected in the event of the worst case scenario. So 6 airbags, one right here, seat mounted, side impact, driver's side airbag, airbag number 1. We also used a special method and have a certificate to ensure that this leather work, in the event that the airbag has to blow because you get an accident, that it still works. So that's there, certified. Same thing right here. This airbag, very important. You don't have this airbag, you get an accident, it's a big problem. Go Google it and see what happens. Go look it up on YouTube. So you want this, right? And no one goes to the Land Rover dealership to get a Range Rover or a Mercedes dealership to get a G-Wagon and says, hey, I don't want safety features, right? You want safety features. That's the whole point of today's technology and engineering and design. This airbag, same thing. Leather work right here, all that stitching. We had to test this. So we took the vehicle to the same independent third-party test lab, globally recognized, that the same big OEMs use to do their airbag testing and their crash tests. So you got 2 airbags there. You have airbag number 3, which is your side curtain airbag that runs all the way down from your A-pillar all the way down to the rear. That's airbag number 3. I'm gonna hop out and show you on the other side. Airbags number 4, 5, and 6. These are important things. By the way, while we're outside of here, inside this door, side impact beams. Guess what they didn't have in the 1960s and 70s and 80s? No side impact beams. What does that mean? Well, shoot, if you get hit on the side, there's nothing but some metal there. Instead, side impact beams inside the doors, a requirement for FMVSS certification, not something a restoration or resto-mod has. Airbag number 4 is your passenger side seat-mounted side impact airbags. So now again, you think about it, you get hit from the side, you definitely want your side impact beams, and you want your side impact airbag in your seat, and you definitely also want this front dual stage passenger mounted airbag. The door is right here, right? And when this thing blows, which we tested it, we have a very cool video on that, by the way, we know that after modifying this, because it's custom done by us, that airbag is going to come out. So now you have side impact beam protection, you have your side impact seat airbag protection, you've got this airbag right here, dual stage, and you have airbag number 6 right here, which is your passenger side curtain airbag that also gives you rear passenger protection. So let's talk about it. I have 2 kids. Now my kids are older today. They have their own cars, 18 and 16. But if you have kids or you have grandkids, let's have a serious talk about it. Because I can tell you, when I was driving my old cars, old Bronco, old Land Cruisers, old Defenders, old European G-Wagons, H1 Hummer, I had old cars. I liked old cars. I had an old 69 Mustang. My wife was always so worried about the lack of safety features in all of my classic cars. And we'd always debate about, well, is it safe? And, you know, that's if I didn't get stranded on the side of the road and I didn't have to have her come pick us up, right? Very annoying for her. But let's just focus on safety. You don't have airbags, you don't have crumple zones, you don't have side impact beams, and you're gonna put your kids in the car. That's something you do because you had no other choice. Today, there's a choice. Our company, Vintage Modern, is one of the first and only companies at this size, scale, and quality. I'm not talking about building 1 car in your garage or 2 cars for SEMA. We build these here in our factory every single day. And we've given people a new option. Finally, a classic-inspired luxury vehicle that's super high quality, and it has modern safety features and technology like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, cruise control, Bluetooth, backup camera, and all the modern safety features. So if you're looking for something that you can drive, not just display, and you have family, kids, grandkids, wife, and you actually want the very best of both worlds, it's an option now. Back a couple years ago, before we launched this concept, it wasn't a commercially available concept. And you can customize it, and we have full warranty bumper to bumper like any other car company, except it's actually better because we come to you, we charge you nothing, we do it in your driveway, and we're very fast about it. We've thought of everything, and the whole goal was, how do we reverse engineer perfection? And that was always our goal. And it's because of our team's relentlessness and unwillingness to accept status quo and just say that's how it's always been. You can't have airbags in a classic car. You can't make a classic car drive better. You know, it's just kind of how it is. We didn't accept that. We were never limited by the beliefs that people had because they've been around it too long. We didn't come from automotive, which is why we were able to do this. We thought differently, and we took, we asked the tough questions like, why can't you have safety features? And then we went out and we did it right. And the FMVSS compliance and crash tests should tell you everything you need to know about who we are and how serious of a company we are. Because it would have been way easier, cheaper, less expensive, and all that stuff to not do that. But we did it because we knew that for our customers spending this kind of money, they need to be confident and protected. And the longevity of the company depended on it too. You want to build a good company, keep doing what everybody else is doing. You're going to build a great company, bring a product to market that is 10 times better than the status quo, 10 times better than the current standard, an order of magnitude better. And that right there is a longer wheelbase, wider track width, all the modern technology, luxury that will make your G-Wagon jealous. My G-Wagon's jealous watching this. I still like my G-Wagon, but this is just way cooler. And safety features so that when you drive around with your wife and your kids, or your wife takes it, or your 16-year-old takes it, you're not wondering, oh my gosh, like, don't go too fast, don't leave the neighborhood, don't go more than 25 miles per hour, don't slam on the brakes because you don't have anti-lock brakes. You don't have to worry about that. And I just don't believe that for $250,000 that you should have this long list of compromises, because that's the way it is. And the history behind this company, as a founder, I can tell you, it all started with passion. I just love cars so much. I really should have made it my whole life. But I didn't professionally get into it until one day I bought an old Bronco. This is actually the history of the company. I had, at that point in time in my life, had 40 cars: Ferrari, Lamborghini, Aston Martin, Bentley, McLaren, AMG, and I grew up with no money, which is a really important part of the history of the DNA. Kid grows up with no money, but loves cars. Works really, really hard to buy cars. Buys 40 plus cars, decides to buy a dream car one day that he always had, which was an old Bronco. 1970 Grabber Blue Ford Bronco was the very first one I ever bought, just for fun, just for myself. And from 10 feet away, it looked great. That was the end of the good things about that truck. Steering super loose and scary to drive. The brakes barely worked. I had to push really, really hard on the brakes. I'll never forget, every stop sign, I live in a hilly neighborhood, I just didn't know, am I gonna hit the car in front of me? And then it leaked everywhere, like literally oil and gas all over my garage floor. Every time I started it, the exhaust would spit out black stuff all over my garage wall. I just built that house brand new, and it made the entire house smell like gas. My wife was pissed. She's like, what is this? Why are you doing this? It smells bad, it breaks down, it leaks everywhere. And by the way, in the beginning especially, I call her constantly. Hey, can you come get me? Hey, are you free right now? Hey, are you home right now? And that was my experience. Dream car crushed by the reality that old cars are actually a nightmare, especially if you're used to having nice cars, which I was. But even if you're not used to having nice cars, old cars, still a nightmare. All those things are still a nightmare, whether you have nice cars or not. And it was the constant breakdowns and my wife's hair smelling like gasoline and her clothes smelling like gasoline and her fear of the kids getting hurt if something were to happen. I wasn't allowed to take them to school, even though I wanted to, because I thought it'd be so cool. She's like, no, one, you may not make it, and two, you may not make it. So she wins that battle, and she's like, do something about it, please. And what she meant was get rid of it. What I did instead was this. She wanted me to do something about it. And instead of getting rid of the truck, I decided, hey, I'm gonna make it better. And at first it was me, and then I built a team, and that team made it better. And then we built restoration, and we're like, nice, but let's make it better. We moved to Restomod, built a lot of them. Built them for Jennifer Lopez, Mark Wahlberg, LeBron James, all kinds of people I can list off for you that we became great friends with, and they love the brand, they love the feedback, the fit and finish, they love the craftsmanship, and they love the service. But one thing they didn't love was the way it drove. And when your clients who are willing to spend 300 grand with you tell you they love everything but two things. One, can you make it drive better? Two, can you put safety features in it? And the answer is you can't. You can only do so much to make an old car more modern. There are limitations, as you can imagine. A short wheelbase vehicle with a narrow track width and solid axles, which is great for off-roading, but like the normal G-Wagon Range Rover people, they're not off-roading it. You can only do so much with that. So you need a longer wheelbase, you need a wider track width, and you need independent front suspension. But even if we did stretch that old chassis, you still wouldn't have safety features. And that is why, instead of attempting to make an old car more modern, which we did, and we did it really well, by the way, and we pushed the envelope back there too, we then said, no, what they really want is a modern car, a luxury car, drives nice, not bumpy, doesn't steer funny, doesn't brake funny, give them all of the normal technology they're used to in their Range Rover, G-Wagon, Urus, Bottega, Rolls, and give them safety features, because almost all of our customers had kids or grandkids, and half the customers are female with kids. And that right there is exactly how we went from my old Bronco breaking down, leaking, smelling bad, and making my wife mad, to what I believe as a car nut. I've had over 50 cars, almost 60 now. In my opinion, one of the nicest, most rare, most coveted vehicles. And what we did and the lengths we went to transform this 2025 chassis into a fully modernized classic was not a small feat. Let's talk about the body. This body right here is not an old body. You don't want the old body. Remember, it's too short, too narrow, and it's going to make it drive bad because the geometry of 1960s cars is not something you're going to like if you're used to a $250,000 car. And that's why if you look at the evolution of vehicles, they got bigger, wider, longer over time. Look at the 911 Porsche from the 60s and 50s all the way to today. Bigger, wider, longer. All cars over time, bigger, wider, longer. Look at the Mini from, I don't know what year, the 60s. Tiny little thing, right? Imagine getting in an accident in a classic Mini. Good night. And therefore, when Mini launched, which did pretty well, by the way, one of the few companies when they brought back a old classic to do it well was Mini. And they made it bigger, still small, but bigger, wider, longer for a reason. And so these trucks are bigger, wider, longer, which meant no body, and I don't mean no body, but no body would fit this chassis, which is a good thing because you want it to be bigger. So what we did was we said, let's just make a classic inspired design. Because our customers, I know our customers, I talked to every single one of them. I personally sold every single car in the beginning. And I knew what they wanted. They wanted exactly what I wanted, and they wanted exactly what my wife wanted. So it's actually pretty easy. Just had to listen and go, yep, you're right. They didn't care about all original because they're not collectors. They weren't purists. They didn't care about numbers matching. In fact, they preferred it not to be old. They just wanted to look classic. And so what we did was we did our own interpretation of what the perfect classic car would be in 2025, 2026. And what that means is a wider body, a longer body that didn't exist. And so we went to Detroit and we engineered and designed and stamped brand new steel body panels. Let me just stop you right there. I don't know another company out there other than the big OEMs that has ever done that at this level of scale and size. We're not talking about one-offs. We went out and tooled and built the molds to stamp these body parts. And people were like, you're crazy. No one's ever done that before. And we're like, nope. And do you want it in fiberglass? Because it's really way cheaper. You want to do it overseas? Because it's way cheaper? Nope. We want to do it in Detroit, in the US, using brand new American-made steel. Are you sure? It's going to be really expensive. We never cared about it being expensive. We just cared about it being the best it could be. And to me, cheap, easy, fast way out would have been Taiwan or China or fiberglass, and we never considered it, even though it would have saved us way more money. We're not interested in saving money. We're interested in quality. And that sound that you hear and the gaps that you see and all the lines are perfect down to the millimeter. When you control your own body panels and you design and engineer your own body panels to fit a 2025 chassis, this is what you actually get. Brand new steel, there's no rust, every line and gap, and these are challenging lines too. My friend Grant, who worked at the Lamborghini dealership, he was like, dude, these lines are no joke. This is not an easy vehicle or body to stamp and line up. And that right there is a combination of the great lengths we went to stamp these panels and our team. Because once you do stamp off of CAD and real steel and you put it on the vehicle in real life, you have to have real artists who know what good looks like. And I promise you, even if you have a AMG G63 or a Urus, especially if you have those, because I have both of those and I've looked at them in my garage and now I can't look at them the same. And those are nice cars, $300,000. Those lines and gaps will not be as precise as these are. Those are mass-produced vehicles by, Lamborghini, if you don't know, is owned by Volkswagen, right? Did you know that? G-Wagon, they make, I don't know, like 50,000 of them, maybe 100,000. I think it's like 50,000 of them. So it's a mass-produced car built by robotics. And this right here is the opposite. All hand-built, low volume, and handcrafted down to the millimeter. These are the little details. So when you spend this kind of money, you want to know that the company went to great lengths to give you the absolute perfect ideal outcome. And what you get truly is a work of art. And that's not just the body, it's every single line and detail and thread. Every single part on the entire truck has been really well thought through. Hundreds and hundreds of quality checkpoints along the way and audits by quality engineers. And if anything is not perfect, we're not going to pass it. Because for 250 grand, why would we do that? Again, me growing up with no money, that's a big obligation to me, you know? And so I think all these details are important to understand, because now you know who you're buying it from. And it's not just me. Today, we have an army of incredible artists and engineers and designers and even people who don't physically touch the car. From our marketing team to our sales team to people in warehouse and procurement and front office, admin, clerical, titling, concierge. It takes a village to pull this off, because if not, you have good marketing, crappy product. Or you have crappy product, but great marketing. I hate that, by the way, right? Then you're selling the sizzle, and then you have a service nightmare. We challenge our team, top to bottom, in the entire organization, from generating leads and fielding the initial calls all the way to delivery and post-sale service, and we say, you must be perfect. Sounds pretty simple, but how many companies can actually execute perfectly A to Z every time? And I can tell you, that is our mission. So when you read the reviews, and they're all real people, and if you watch the live and then watch the review, you'll see like actual people, I say their names and where they're from. They'll almost always say, wow, better than expected, better craftsmanship than expected, fit and finish better than expected. Or they'll say things like, the car's perfect. Or they'll say things like, the people, the service, experience, amazing. It's not a coincidence. This is our obsession. We happen to be obsessed with building this vehicle for our customers. Isn't that who you want building your car? Isn't that who you want a relationship with your vehicle? And to me, I think that this right here is a case study in culture, because I didn't start the company to make money. I didn't start the company to build a car company. I was just trying to fix my own car. And because I was so used to really nice cars, I always compared my old Bronco, Defender, FJ Land Cruisers to my new nice cars. And that's the best thing that could happen, I think, to this segment on the market, because I didn't come from restoration. Restoration Restomod is all about, well, it's old and we're gonna make it better, incrementally. I came in and I said, nope, if it's not like my G-Wagon Range Rover, I'm not gonna be happy. And by the way, we're still not happy, and we'll never be happy. I want to make a note about that. I am very happy about the team's progress and the team and just how hard they work and how amazing they are. But when you pursue perfection as an artist, you actually never get there. And that is the best part about it, because so long as we wake up and we're breathing and we walk into these four doors, four walls, we're going to make it better. And so I'm just so proud and excited about what it is this team has accomplished, because we've come a very long way from my old broken down Bronco. And I always tease my wife, because it was truly her. Hopefully she's watching. She's the one in the ASMRs, by the way. So she's the blonde girl that opens and shuts the doors and all that stuff. And she just wanted me to make the problems go away. And now, for the last 4 years and 2 months since we opened up this factory, I've spent my life chasing that. So be careful what you wish for. And she'll be in there tonight so we can shoot some ASMR. And she does a phenomenal job, and just really, really appreciate the support that she's given me, because this is a serious undertaking, and couldn't do it without her, couldn't do it without our team and our people, and it's such an amazing thing. All right, so hopefully you can appreciate that backstory, because now you know. So whether you are a customer, or you're going to be a customer in the future one day, or you're just an admirer, I really hope that inspires you, because I only did it because I loved it. only did it because it was my dream and I was a broke kid with no money that loved cars. That was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to get that even though I don't have it today. And I'm glad I did, because I don't know if I didn't fall in love with cars, if my life would have turned out the way it did from a work and success perspective. By the way, I used to be in mobile apps, built 2 top 100 apps in the App Store, had one of the fastest growing private companies in the US, and then sold it to a public company. So I also know what it's like to grind and work hard and build something from nothing and then win and then celebrate and then do it again. And almost all of our customers who we build these vehicles for, almost every single one of them, had the same story. And so in the beginning, when I was doing all the sales, I just got to meet lots of people like me, and I just loved it. It was so cool, and I still do. Today, I got to hand deliver Keith and Connie. This truck right here that we're standing in front of is midnight blue, and this midnight blue truck right here is not Patrick's. Patrick's has black trim. That's the one going to Ann Arbor. Let's see if I can find it. This is midnight blue with chrome trim. This is Brent's truck. This is the one going to Iowa. Brent will have the bragging rights of having the very first one in the entire state and the only one in the state. And so when Brent's driving this around in Iowa and everybody's breaking their necks to be like, what is that? And he can drive it in the winter in the snow because it has 4-wheel drive and it's built on a 2025 chassis, and he's not going to have to worry about it. Brent, I hope you're watching. I hope you drive it. Send us a video of it driving through the snow, because it can do it. It can handle it. And then, of course, you know, drive it in the summertime and spring too. So this is Brent's midnight blue truck. Brent, what a beautiful color, beautiful spec. Love the ball glove interior. And take a look at that. Just stunning. All right, so that's Brent's. Let's keep going. And I know we have a couple other special builds. One in-house that belongs to my buddy AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys. Oh shoot, AJ, here it is. If you're watching, AJ, this is your lead foot truck with black trim, custom black stripes. You did the 35s, well done. It's lifted, it's an absolute beast. Every option, I believe, including Fox suspension. Take a look at the interior. Worn glove, matching lead foot gray dash, black top. Don't worry about the test top there. That's for test miles. And she's all wrapped up right now because we're just did the alignment, and then it's going to go on test miles. Document everything, all data driven, came from technology, which allows us to dial in where things aren't perfect, and we just do it over and over and over again. And that's why scale matters. We've built 260 of these. We've delivered successfully 260 units. We have this down. And the thing I'm most proud of is not the number, because when I tell people that, they're like, what the hell? Like, how? All hand built. What I'm really proud about is that the people that are getting the vehicles, they love them. How cool is that? That is the best feeling in the world. I don't care if you sell your product for $5 or $500 or $5,000, or in this case, $300,000. The customers have to love the product or your work's not done. And so AJ, you're gonna get this beautiful truck. Great call on the selections. He originally had chalk gray, came to our factory, hung out with us, saw Leadfoot Gray, which was a truck that a wife surprised her husband with. I'm not sure who it was. And then he saw it, he was like, I have to have it. And he changed it right there on the spot. Great choice, man. And the 35s, absolute fire. Wait till you get this. So AJ from the Backstreet Boys, he's gonna have this truck. I believe it's gonna be out in California. Just so cool. In California, I mean, you can drive this every day, everywhere, but in California, easy. 365 days a year, no problem. All right, so that's AJ's truck. And let's keep going here. This is a Raven Black. And this is Kyle's truck. Kyle has the cognac leather interior. This is becoming a very popular color, by the way. Highly recommend. And it just is beautiful. This is going in New Jersey. And Kyle went with the Wimbledon white grille, Wimbledon white trim, vintage stripes, this is a test top, sorry. Wimbledon white on the soft top. This is going through inspection and test miles here. And this will be wrapping up also very soon. So Kyle, cannot wait to get this in your hands. Let's see here. This is our hot ginger truck sold, and that'll be shipping out. I don't know when. I'll let our team handle that part. Let's see here. This is Raven Black. Look at the black. Just, it's a mirror, absolute mirror shine, fresh out of the paint booth. And we will be starting on this tomorrow. I'm sorry I don't have the information on this yet, but tomorrow we'll do another live, and this will be on the assembly line. Raven, looks like triple, maybe it's triple black, I don't know. Looks like black roll bar, black grill, black body, and let's see what the interior is. Okay, and then let's keep going here. I want to show you a couple others. This is Macadamia Metallic, aka Root Beer, and this truck right here we just started assembly on, and this is such a great color. I mean, you never think you'd have a brown truck. Who's going to drive a brown car? Nobody's like, oh, I'm going to have a brown car, brown truck, but look at the color on this. Raven Black for the grill, excellent choice, beautiful contrast. And then take a look at that metallic, show quality paint job. This is so, so nice. This is Omer's. Omer, if you're watching, Omer went with worn glove, woven tuxedo. So this is going to be wearing worn glove leather with the black and white woven tuxedo inserts. Cannot wait to see this one. And then of course, for sale, one of my favorites, one of one edition, balloon white, navy blue interior, Schumacher on the plaid interior. Only the rich housewives know what that is. And it's a one of one edition. We'll never build it again. And it has matching navy blue stripes. Let's take a real quick peek here. Look at this down here. Game over. You want something no one else has, that will break necks, that will make your neighbors absolutely jealous that they didn't think of it first, and you're going to pull up in this, and everybody else is in their Range Rover or G-Wagon. You live in Miami, LA, Urus, Lamborghini Urus, everywhere. I have one. Down in Miami, my son calls it a Miami Mazda. Everyone's got them. But you pull up in this, damn, you have taste, you have style, you know what's up, and it's a quiet luxury. So cool. And this spec is absolutely fire. Navy blue leather, I almost have rarely seen that anyway in general. This is the first navy blue leather we've done. Even the speaker grill is navy blue leather with perforation. And even in a 2025 Bentley Continental, your subwoofer speaker grill, I guarantee you, is plastic. Even in my G63 AMG, my subwoofer speaker grill in the back is plastic. This is leather wrapped, our own custom engineered 10-inch JL sub hidden inside of here. Thought of everything. And we're gonna keep thinking of everything because we're just gonna keep making it better. Check this out right here. Little details. And you know what? This one needs to come on the blanket because whoever buys this is gonna want to sleep in it too. All right, balloon white, Lamborghini paint color. Check that out. Can you see the metallic flake? Ah, there we go. Can you see that? This, in the sunlight, it's going to glow. And then you've got this beautiful nautical theme, is kind of how I like to call it, and your teak wood in the back. Unlisted, insiders only, for sale. You want it, it's going to be done next week. One of one edition. You want something nobody else has? This is it right here. Okay, let me switch hands here and look at my notes. Okay. All right, let's keep going here. And then these trucks right here. This is Bad Santa, sold today. Congratulations. Cannot wait for you to get this. I'm always a little sad when we sell them because obviously we want to sell them, but you know, especially these one-on-one editions, a lot of people put a lot of thought into the spec, and this is one of our favorites. So, so cool. Bad Santa. This is how Santa slays the other 364 days of the year. Okay. All right. And then this is my guy, Jason, NFL player, busy in the playoffs here. Hopefully won't be able to drive it till after they win the Super Bowl. This will be out in San Diego. Can't wait. All right. If you want to customize your own, go to our website, vintagemodern.co, vintagemodern.co. And you can go on our configurator and you can customize your own build. Play with all the paint colors, all the leather colors, all of the interior options, change the dash, change the roll bar, change the trim. We offer 5 different types of stripes, different types of wheels, lifted, not lifted, 6 different soft top colors, and a whole array of options from power steps to Fox suspension to Roush performance package. You could go woven tuxedo, you can go woven without the black and white. This right here is Cabernet. Very, very cool. Just posted a full walkthrough ASMR of this truck just today, so go on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube Shorts and you'll see it. This truck right here is a build for Luxury Auto Collection. Luxury Auto Collection based out in Scottsdale, Arizona. Super high-end trucks and vehicles. They sell everything from Lamborghini to Ferrari to Rolls-Royce to Bentley. And this truck right here is a spec build that'll be for sale in Scottsdale. Built a similar one for Bella Hadid. Built one for Gigi Hadid too, in silver with red interior, but it was different spec, different stripes. And that's the cool thing about this, is that even if you did run into another vehicle of ours, highly unlikely it'll be the exact same spec, because almost every single one of them is different. And so go to vintagemodern.co. You can go on our website and configure your own. You can go to inventory, and really the easiest way, text or call us. Our team is always on. It doesn't matter what time it is, doesn't matter if it's the holidays. It's a labor of love. They care, they're passion driven, and they also know that if you can afford this car, you're probably really busy, because you have to work really, really hard to be able to afford this car. And it's probably not the only car you have that costs this much money. So we're on when you're on. That could be at night tonight, it could be on the weekend, it could be right before Christmas. We have in stock, ready to ship for immediate delivery. Or if you want to custom build one, text or call our team, get on the build schedule, put your deposit down so you can get it before the warm weather, and then surprise your family with it on Christmas Day, and then spec it out together. Pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna give you a very quick sneak peek. We haven't shown this yet, but I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of what we've been working on, just a little bit. Oh gosh, do you see it in the corner right there? I'm just gonna show you a little bit here. Oh my gosh, what is that? And I love surprises, I told you that earlier. This right here is gonna be a very cool surprise. Take a look at that corner right there. And we'll do a proper unveiling, but we're just not gonna show it yet. But this right here, this is gonna be big. And all right, maybe one sneak peek inside of the trunk, maybe? So you say you want a 4-door. You say you want a 4-door. This is gonna be a 4-door. And it'll be like nothing else on the road. But that's all I can show you. And super limited production run, so if you want one, you already have to be a customer. Our customers will get first dibs. We'll sell all of them for 2026 when we unveil it. Okay, all right guys. I wanna say thank you to all of our fans. Thank you to all our customers and clients that trust us with your massive investment. And thank you to our team. Shout out to our team and our vendors who make all this possible. And today is Thursday. It is 7 o'clock. You have 7 days until Christmas. Text or call us. You won't regret it. And thanks to my wife who put up with all of the hard work that it took and is continuing to take to make this happen. And chase your dreams, because I was a kid that started with nothing. Just a broke kid who loved cars. All right, guys, go get them. Good luck. Reach out to our team if you want to build. And looking forward to